Tonight, an elderly woman is dead after being knocked down by a pickup van after a trip to her local church. The trial of 4 men accused of murdering yachtsman Roger Pratt begins. And the father of a missing teen makes a desperate appeal for her safe return. You have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Loveless and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Monday, the 20th of January 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Flow Channel 117. The broadcast is also being simulcast on Kiss FM Radio. You can watch via our website. It's www.caribbeanhottv.com. You can watch on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app or our Caribbean Hot TV Facebook page. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. 77-year-old Georgiana Fannis is dead after being struck by a pickup van at Roseau. The pickup was being driven by a police officer. The elderly woman was found sprawled out in the grass following the impact of the crash. She has been described as a quiet and hard-working lady by those who knew her. Georgiana Fannis, better known as Liza, developed a weekend routine over the years. She spent her Saturdays getting the Jacmel Catholic Church ready for Sunday Mass. After, she would head to the city to sell produce or to do some grocery shopping for the coming week. On Saturday, the 18th of January, her routine was shattered. She had gone to the church as she usually did. She was at the Roseau Gap when she was struck by a pickup van. And so Georgiana Fannis, known as Liza, took her final breaths that Saturday at the Roseau Gap. Agnes Sonson considered Liza a good friend and says they had some playful banter mere minutes before her death.
She was a quiet lady. This morning when I was coming on my farm this morning, I met her down the road. I told her, you have a nice outfit, give it to me. Even she lift up the dress to show me the design, the thing that was giving the clothes, the design that was making it look nice. Yes, and I go in. I go in and see what I eat. My God is good. You'll know. You'll do. Yes. Whatever. And on my way up, they tell me if I do, I see the people running, and I tell them where they going. I take you for somebody else. If I don't know, Lisa die.
Sonson says the incident has hit very close to home for her. The driver, who is a police officer, is married to her niece. She broke down, thinking about how suddenly the tragic incident claimed her friend's life.
But it hurts. Every day we have to see ourselves. We are nothing in this world, nothing. A minute you're there, and a minute you're not there because the lady wasn't sick. I wouldn't expect that.
Michael Berthier was one of the first people on the scene of the accident. The young man saw the pickup and thought the driver had been seriously injured, but he soon came across Fannis sprawled out in the grass.
I thought she was still alive, and so I didn't take that one. And when I come closer, I see she dead, and I rush and tell my auntie and a couple of people that. And then when my auntie come here, she tell me well she know the lady and things like her name is Auntie Selma. Well, not Auntie Selma, but that's her daughter name. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah. So that's her murder that day and thing. But it looked like she was on her way to church. Usually it when that happened. From about there, it looked like the vehicle slide.
The fatal accident is currently under police investigation. An autopsy is scheduled to be performed soon. Meanwhile, in light of the incident, Corporal Ann Joseph underscored the importance of drivers recognizing the presence of pedestrians as they commute.
Well, I don't think it's accurate to say that the work of the police has not been working. We have had major successes as it relates to particularly traffic-related operations. These will continue into the new year. We have bumped that up into the latter end of 2019. You can see that there were an increase in traffic-related operations. You could see the traffic checks along various routes. That will continue. What we are going to also continue to do is to encourage drivers and pedestrians, persons using our highways and byways, to do so carefully, abide by the traffic regulations. We do have laws as it relates to persons, both pedestrian and motor vehicle users of our roads. We're asking persons to use our roads carefully.
Corporal Ann Joseph confirmed that the driver involved in the fatal accident is a police officer. However, his identity will be kept anonymous until further investigation. She says road conditions are being investigated to ensure that any catalyst of vehicular accidents in this area can be addressed. In other news, the murder trial of Roger Pratt began on Monday. Media personnel descended on the court to gain insight into the proceedings. Pratt was allegedly killed attempting to defend his wife on board their yacht when assailants targeted them. The couple was on a year-round sailing expedition in celebration of Margaret Pratt's 60th birthday back in 2014. Solange Alfred was at the court on Monday and filed this report.
The saga of the Roger Pratt case continues as press have descended on the Nyara court in a bid to catch a glimpse of the widower of Roger Pratt, who was slain in 2014, allegedly by 3 armed assailants. 4 suspects are currently involved in the Roger Pratt homicide case. Hot 7 TV was informed that a tense atmosphere permeates throughout the court. A fitness hearing was in process while media awaited outside the Nyara court. The case is supposed to start today. However, a level of pessimism was expressed due to the daunting task that lays ahead for lawyers and the ruling judge. A total of 12 jurors and 4 alternates, 20-plus witnesses, and 4 suspects with a state-assigned lawyer will be involved in this case. Seemingly, we are in for a long hearing. The saga continues with the Roger Pratt homicide case. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
The father of a teen girl who for the second time has gone missing is making an urgent appeal for her to return home. The case of the missing teenager has been brought to the attention of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, who provided information to Hot 7 TV in hopes of a safe return of the 14-year-old.
A teenage girl from the community of Labrie has gone missing for a second time. The 14-year-old girl is from the community of Bance, Labrie. Her father, Eldrin Francis, says the disappearance of his daughter for a second time has overwhelmed the family members. Francis says his only concern at this point is for his daughter to return home safely.
It affects all of us. It affects all of us, all the family, both sides. Because she always say like people don't concern about her and stuff like that. But I know that I do love her from the bottom of my heart. And I'm a father. And especially the way it affects me mostly because I don't sleep, I don't eat properly or nothing like that. My mind is always been on or whatever because of if anything happened to her or we get her dead or something. It's always been, and it's affecting my whole family side and her family side. But to see in the community and stuff like, if she had a bad reputation in our community and stuff like, no, because she's just living with us for 1 year. It's just only 1 year that she's been living with us. And I was being out of the island. I left in May and I came back in November. So it's not that much time that I spend with her already from the time that I have her. Just been 1 year. So it affects all of us badly. I'm just praying that she come home or we get her safely and stuff like. We ain't get her like in no bad way or whatever, like to say like she damaged or is she dead or something like that. We don't want anything like that to be happening to her. So we're just praying that we get her safe and stuff, no matter what problem that she have, that we can settle it down with her and stuff.
The teen's disappearance has been reported to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Press officer RSLPF Corporal Ann Joseph says efforts have been ongoing in attempting to locate the teenager.
On the 25th of December 2019, a 14-year-old resident of Labrie was reported as missing by a parent. Since that time, she had been returned home. Police were made aware. Human Services was also contacted, and they're currently involved in that matter. We are also now aware that this same young lady is reported as missing again, and that matter is currently under investigation. I can confirm that inquiries have been made at various locations in relation to possibly finding her. I cannot give particulars as it relates to the persons who have been contacted, but that matter is actively under investigation.
Are there any particulars as to what she was wearing or where she was last seen?
She was last seen at a residence on the 21st of December 2019. She's been identified as Anya Sangano.
Anyone with information about her whereabouts is asked to contact the nearest police station or telephone number 7230537. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Fire officials are urging members of the public to refrain from shifting accident victims unless they appear to be in imminent danger. This comes as a video circulates showing individuals attempting to provide aid to people injured in a vehicular accident involving a pickup truck. Though their intentions were well placed, it is quite likely that people are causing greater harm to the already injured accident victims in such cases. That's according to the fire service. Jacques Wooding tells us more.
As a now viral video of an incident makes its rounds on social media, Acting Divisional Officer for the St. Lucia Fire Service, Jermaine Williams, provides the fire official's account of the incident, which involved 6 passengers being propelled from the back of a pickup van.
On the 17th of January 2020 at approximately 6:10 p.m., officers attached to Fire Service Headquarters, Grosilio Fire Station and Babono Fire Station responded to a motor vehicle accident at Roseau. A report was received that a vehicle ran off the road, injuring a total of 6 persons. There were no fatalities for that incident, and all persons were transported to Victoria Hospital.
Video of the incident shows residents from the surrounding area attempting to provide assistance to the injured. Williams says though acting on pure intentions, the act of interacting with accident victims may result in further complications.
We all know that it is extremely dangerous to ride in the back of a pickup. However, what caught my attention, most of you may have seen the video circulating on social media, is the malhandling of the victims of that accident. Those persons were really shaken up by those individuals who supposedly were trying to help.
William advises that unless certified to do so, persons should refrain from providing impromptu acts of first aid. He says accident victims should only be moved if their safety is at risk due to a variety of internal injuries that could occur from the force of impact.
We need to understand that persons involved in those type of incidents may suffer a variety of injuries, those which we obviously may be able to see and those we definitely will not be able to see. So we advise persons, as long as those individuals are not in imminent danger, that they are to be left alone until the arrival of emergency services. It is very, very important that we heed this warning because we may end up doing more damage than good.
He says with recent additions to the resources of the St. Lucia Fire Service, personnel will be better equipped to respond to accidents, and therefore he encourages members of the public to trust in the capabilities of local authorities to assist injured persons. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, the leader of the opposition delivers a scathing review of the government's performance in his address to the nation on Sunday. The mayor initiates dialogue with representatives of the local LGBT community, and the traffic department moves out of its offices due to issues with air quality and mold. We have that and more coming up.